How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great and amazing video. Today, my sinners, this video is going to be a little bit different compared to my other videos, okay? This is going to be a new type of video, and I'm not sure if anyone is gonna be interested in this, but I just thought I would share with you my Fallout 3 2021 modded guide, my modded version of Fallout 3 in 2021, and how to make Fallout 3 look like a modern day game and very playable in 2021, how to optimize it and how to make it look the best it can possibly be. That's with visual experience and with gameplay. Like I said, I'm not actually sure if anyone's going to be interested in this video, but I just wanted to make it because I thought it would be fun, okay? Now, I don't play many games anymore like I used to, but when I do play a game, I play the games that I really love, okay? And Fallout 3 to me is one of the best games ever made. I made a whole video about Fallout 3, a retrospective review before, just explaining why I love Fallout 3 so much, why it's so magical, and why it means so much to me, because it was one of the first truly open world kind of games I ever experienced, with a deep moral and philosophical nature to it that you don't really get in many other games. Now, I know a lot of people love Fallout New Vegas, and I love Fallout New Vegas as well, but to me, Fallout 3 just has a special place in my heart because to me, Fallout 3 has a much richer and deeper atmosphere and characters, and the world design and the locations are just far more interesting to me. I know Fallout New Vegas has a little bit more deeper role playing. Let me show you my modded 2021 version of Fallout 3 and how to get Fallout 3 looking as good as a modern day game, and that, like I said, is not just visuals, it is also gameplay, okay? How to make it more interesting and just more exciting, because it's an old game, you want to add new stuff to it, you don't want it to be the same. But for this, you'll need a pretty decent computer, but it doesn't have to be super high advanced, okay? I think this is like a 1060 or something graphics card, and it's already pretty much dying on me, but it can still run older games. So first what you need is, okay, so first thing first. Now, a lot of people who are new to the modding scene, okay, you're probably not sure what to get. Now, most people for Skyrim and newer Bethesda games, if you want to play trash like Fallout 4, then you'll use Nexus Mod Manager, okay? Now, I personally love channels like MXR who are really deep into the modern scene. I've never been that much into it. I was more as a teenager when I was more focused, when I was more passionate about games and modding games. I only now mod Fallout 3. That's the only game I really have modded. Yeah, I might throw a Reshade on occasionally for a game, but I've stopped doing that. But when I was a teenager, I really modded the hell out of games like Skyrim, and it was just so crazy. I basically made Skyrim into it's pretty sick actually, but I made it into like Star Wars, and so I could, carry out my deepest and darkest fantasies as a Sith Lord, and Order 66 and all that good stuff. Anyway, so first what you need is Fallout Mod Manager, okay? Not Nexus Mod Manager. You need Fallout Mod Manager because Nexus Mod Manager will work, but you will have lots and lots of issues. Fallout Mod Manager will be better for you, especially if you're modding Fallout 3. Fallout New Vegas will probably be fine, but this is a Fallout 3 modded 2021 guide, a 2021 Fallout 3 modded guide. So you're gonna need Fallout Mod Manager, okay, because it just works much better on Fallout 3. Now, first of all, it took me ages to figure out how to actually get it running because Fallout 3 is an old pile of janky wank, okay, and it's really bad, it's really unstable, so it took me a lot to get this working. But when you do finally have it working, it will work perfectly, but you do need Fallout Mod Manager, so you need to make sure that all the DLCs are pretty much in the right order, like this, and then you can start adding your actual mods, okay? So this is what I have, okay? I have Enhanced Weather, which basically just makes it really dynamic, storms, rain, and all that good stuff. Street lights, which make it all absolutely beautiful to look at nighttime, just super more atmospheric and amazing. I've got texture overhaul for all the characters. I've got, weapon effects, like, just so many added crazy stuff. Mutant Mod M Mart's Mutant Mod, okay, which is a really good mod, and basically this adds a lot of new enemies and creatures to Fallout 3, which is really cool. I've got Craft, which is pretty crazy. I mean, a lot of this stuff is completely overhauling the game, like Caliber, and you can do basically the settings in the Pip-Boy, and, it's super advanced, some of this stuff, like Fallout 3 Wonders Edition, you know, all of this stuff is just super in depth, where you can basically customize the game exactly to how you want it. So you can make it absolutely brutal and difficult, just like Dark Souls, okay, as IGN might say. Fine tune it and make it as realistic or as just crazy and gamey as much as you want, okay? I personally like to play Fallout 3 in a super immersed way because the whole atmosphere and the whole genre of Fallout is, you know, survival and a wasteland apocalypse. And for me, I know it's dark and depressing, but for me, it's my safety place, okay? It's my little blankie. And when you mod it, and if you use my mod setup, you can have it so immersive and so realistic and just so difficult that it's just absolutely crazy. This is the definition of immersion. Also, you need the unofficial Fallout 3 patch, because otherwise it won't run, okay? You need Fallout, which basically makes the sky look nice. Jesus Christ, this is like the nerdiest video I've ever done. But hey man, it's not many people in this world that spend this much time modding a Fallout 3, an old game that came out on the Xbox 360. So I just thought if there's any crazy people like me who absolutely love Fallout 3 in 2021 and want a modding guide for Fallout 3 in 2021, here you go. Just follow this, okay? Just, you know, get all of these mods, line them up in the right order, and it should work. And you have to do the unofficial patch first, and there's all kinds of tutorials on how to get the patch working. You know, it's pretty finicky, but you just have to do everything step by step. And then when you have everything and it's running perfectly fine normally, you have to make sure it runs normally before you start modding it. Then you can add all of these mods. That's all you need to know. So let's take a look, shall we? Yes, Daddy. Sorry. Alright, here we go. Let's go into Fallout. I hope it captures the gameplay. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I'll have to turn down the volume. Alright, so... Okay, so one thing that I did forget to mention is I did actually, download a Reshade as well. Now, I customized this Reshade myself. You just go to reshade.com or whatever, and you download the Reshade, and you can download all of the different presets, and then download as much as you possibly can, because that's what I do, and then you can basically fine-tune it and customize it. I can't remember how I open up the menu of the Reshade. It's been a while since I actually played this. But anyway, you can customize it like hell, and Reshade is basically the same as an ENB, but an ENB is a lot more glitchy. A Reshade is much more cleaner, and it basically has the same effect as an ENB, and it just makes the game look a lot better, you know, way more light, you know, much better shadows, much better lighting, just looks so much more smoother with added, you know, anthropic filtering or whatever, okay? God, my God, I'm such a nerd. You know, this is the... Okay, this is not what I do every day, okay, my sinners? Don't judge me too hard, okay? I love Fallout, I love it, okay, because it's amazing. Anyway, alright, so, you know, it just makes it look good, okay? It makes it look real good. So I'm just gonna... I'll give you different, you know, I'll just hop to a different save where I can showcase the beauty of my Fallout 3 2021 modded edition. Okay, I'm not gonna do a gameplay, I'm just gonna show you different locations and show you how magical it looks, okay? If it doesn't crash, okay? Now, Fallout 3 will crash a lot unless if you optimize it and get all of these stabilizers and get all of these, you know, 4 GB. You have to get a script extender and all of this kind of stuff to actually make it run. But when you do, baby, you'll have this. And holy damn, is that not beautiful? So, okay, so showcasing you here, what I've got is, okay, so I've got, you know, like a clean, moist sky. You know, this has so many different effects, it's just crazy. I've got the enhanced graphics. I sound like such a nerd. We got some enhanced graphics here. Oh, jeez. I do have a wife, okay, so shut up! Anyway, you know, so this makes the road textures way more moist and immersive. You know, you got some parallax filtering going on here. I mean, look at that gravel. It's pretty moist, okay? Remember, if you compare this to the original game, it may not look amazing compared to modern day games, but trust me, this is so more detailed than what it was originally. It's just crazy, okay? You know, all of these textures are super, you know, enhanced. Look at how enhanced those rocks are. So enhanced, and it runs super smooth as well. Jesus. This is really showcasing the lighting and the shadows from the street lights and the textures and all that kind of stuff, okay? So it's pretty moist, isn't it? Now, also, okay, so I'll just show you. So here we've got the Fallout. Here we have the Fallout Wasteland Edition control panel. In this you can mod and go super in depth as to how immersive and how difficult you want to make the game. If you want to make it super immersive and realistic, then you can fine tune it. You know, all of this different stuff, which is absolutely crazy. You know, character settings, damage, loot, immersion, features. You know, how NPCs react to your surroundings, how they react to their surroundings. You know, how much damage you'll take from radiation, what you need to do to, you know, survive. I've also got, I also have your primary needs, where you have to drink, and you have to get sleep, and you have to eat, and all that kind of good stuff. And, you know, all of this stuff plays way more of a role in a survival game now if you mod it to absolute oblivion, because then if you get damaged, it's way more serious. And also you have, you know, all of these different types of drugs that didn't exist originally, like diazepam, that add way more different effects, and just so much crazy shit. You know, I can't really get into all of it. It's pretty heavily modded, I gotta say. You know, maybe there's some crazy person out there who's got it more modded than me, but I don't care. This is the most realistic and immersive you can get Fallout 3, in my opinion. I didn't over-mod it, so it just becomes detached from the base original image of what Fallout 3 was. Anyway, this adds new guns, like, for example, this pump-action shotgun, which is super loud. I don't know, the audio files don't quite match up with how the rest of the game is, which is a bit annoying, but, you know, that's pretty sweet, isn't it? I've also got, you know, all of this stuff, like the Widowmaker. Again, you know, just extra guns that you wouldn't get in the normal base game, with their own animations and all that good stuff. Yeah, so all of the guns have also been, you know, reskinned and redesigned so they look way more HD and moist. As you can see, this is kind of like the one you would get in Fallout New Vegas, but it's in Fallout 3. I've also got... yeah. Also, with the different EVE effects, when you shoot your laser guns, and when you shoot laser weapons, it actually has different effects, like smoke effects, as you can see on the ground. It doesn't always work. Sometimes it's a little bit delayed, and, you know, some enemies will blow up, and it will look absolutely incredible and amazing. Also, I made the game much more darker at night, so basically with Fallout you can remove the original sky and then replace it with this weather system that I have, and it makes it way more dynamic and realistic at night. That's why I wanted to get these, you know, realistic street lights, because at nighttime it's super dark and scary, and with all the extra monsters that you add in with the mutant pack, the Mutant Mod list, with all of these different creatures and animals, it's way more scary to play at nighttime. Holy shit. And here's a good example. So this is a new enemy. So this is a new enemy type, and, you know, they're all pretty difficult because I got my game super, you know, realistic and super difficult because I'm so cool, aren't I? Anyway, so these will come and they will fuck you up at nighttime, and it will be a lot more scary because of that, which I just think is a lot more cooler. So yeah, pretty cool stuff, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so this is what the game looks like around 5 AM, I think, and my character is a little bit hungry. Like I said, the sky is absolutely beautiful. It's still cloudy at the moment. You get actual, you know, radiation from the weather now. Different weather types will affect your character differently if you have it on the, you know, hardest immersion settings as you possibly can, by using Fallout Wasteland Edition, the control panel on that and stuff like that. You know, I mean, I can't really explain all of these mods. They're just pretty crazy. I showed you the mod list, and I'll leave it down in the description maybe. But anyway, so, you know. Okay, so now we're jumping to a different location, Arfu, okay? Now, if you played Fallout 3, you'll know that this is the town where you get the quest line, where you have to basically destroy a bunch of vampires or befriend them. They're not actually vampires, but you know what I mean. Like I said, it's just absolutely beautiful. Now with the like overhaul edition, you can choose 3 different presets, like a dead edition, a forest edition where nature comes back alive, or just a complete destroyed edition. Now I went for the dead edition because obviously that fits in with Fallout 3. So basically that means all the trees will look dead and decayed, and there's going to be far more different variation. There's going to be far more variation with how the game looks. You know, that's not just with textures, but also with, you know, added assets like trees and foliage and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty beautiful. Shakalaka! Boom shaka! Oh shit, dog meat has died. Oh yeah, I forgot I had dog meat. Because I've got it on, you know, super hard or whatever. That means all of my companions will actually die. I can't respawn them, which is kind of sad. Anyway. Okay, so I'll just show you Megaton because, like I said, the outside is way more visually pleasing now because of the presets of the different foliage and the different texture packs that I've downloaded. And basically, you know, the weather system adds a lot to it, and it makes it a lot more immersive. But in the cities, you can really see the difference, and especially with the textures and stuff. You know, just how crazy it looks. Bear in mind, this might not look like a new 2021 game, and obviously that's going to be impossible, but what you can do is get the atmosphere and the textures and the gameplay up to par with modern day games, and in fact I think they're better than modern day games because this is just way more complex and detailed. So, you know, you can see here that the bomb in Megaton is way more detailed, the water is a lot more detailed. You know, it just looks a lot better in my opinion. And, you know, I'm perfectly fine with these graphics. I don't need it to look like modern day games. That's never gonna happen. With the gameplay changes, that is the most important. And like I said, you can get all of these different mods to change the gameplay. And I feel like the 2 that add the most are Fallout Wasteland Edition and the other mods that I mentioned. Like I said, they all basically change gameplay. I've only got a few things to change it visually because you really don't need that much. But anyway, that is my modded 2021 guide of Fallout 3 and how to make Fallout 3 look like a modern day game in 2021. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's very different from my other videos, but you know, it's just something, a little, you know, passion project I have going on, so I just thought I would share it with you. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Have a great day.